Hello everyone. I'm going to take a few minutes to go over a new intentional action form in eRes Live. So if are new or you're used to using eRes Live, you just log in like you always have with your NetID and NetPassword with dual authenticating. And when you get to the main form, please do not get overwhelmed by looking at this. I have access to a lot of forms, but you will only see the forms that you need to see. But you see the intentional action, click it, and it takes you to the main form here. You put the date in that you're entering it. Choose your residence hall by the area listed. That's basically the same as it has been. Next, you want to upload the person that you're doing the intentional action on. And for the new people, this would be particularly something that you need to get used to because you can type their name in, but there could be more than one of that person in the system. Like, for example, John Smith or Jane Doe, whatever. A name is very common. We want to make sure we get the right individual. So the 9-digit number is probably the best indicator that you can have to put in here. And you will get that through a floor chart provided by your supervisor. But I've got some pre-selected already in there, and you just type it in and you hit this magnifying glass. It's going to pull them up right here. That says Isaac Elias. And don't think that this is right here is going to be the final upload. You have to click on it one more time. When they pop in this area, you know you have the resident locked in, but again, recording intentional action. That works the same way for all the other times like program attendance and so forth. All right, next up, these are two new additions that we have to the form. So let me briefly explain what those definitions are for these new sections. Type of interaction. Well, we've noticed going through the results from last semester that not all the intentional actions were face-to-face because you could either not get in touch with them, or they were never around, or they were ghost residents. We understand that. So we give you three options to choose what interaction you actually had, if you had an interaction at all. Face-to-face, the one that is probably the holy grail of our intentional actions. That's when you speak directly with a student, of course. The next one is you might see some friends in the hallway, or they might be around every now and then about the resident, and you just can't get a hold of the resident, so you ask them and you find out information. Same thing for a roommate. You knock on the door, they're never there after you try at least twice to contact them. The roommate may give you some information. If you get information on that resident from a source outside of the resident, is secondary information. Lastly, you can get a hold of anybody you have no idea what's going on other than what you've seen observing through your hallway. And that's called observation. You're not having a conversation, but you've witnessed actions or things around or what they've done since the time you've met them or introduced yourself to them, either through a floor meeting, whatever, or they checked in on move-in day. If it's just an observation that they're not there or something like that, that's what you select. But for the purpose of this form, I'm going to click face-to-face conversation. Next, focus area. Focus area, we are theming and putting a topic area for each interaction. We are on the third interaction. We're in the spring semester. The first two were conducted last semester, so you don't have to worry about this on this go around. Even if the student is a new person to the university, new student to the university, you are going to be focusing on the third interaction. So for this semester, you're going to just click that one. And it's goal setting and sense of belonging. We don't have any question prompts for these two because we're working on them for the future. We are giving you some intentional action prompts for the third. And you can see the 7 questions we provide you there. These 7 questions are not set in stone. You don't have to necessarily ask all 7 questions verbatim or even in any order. We just want you to get a good feel what this resident is encountering, experiencing in the semester. So you can stay in that general ballpark of the 7 questions. Feel free to ask any other questions you feel are deemed necessary in the situation when you're talking with them. So you're going to summarize based off any questions you've asked in this interaction. 2 to 4 sentences, 2 being the minimum, 4 being the maximum in this box here. You don't have to give a whole lot of details. You can just summarize it right there. The next section is where we're going to have more information about if you have any concerns or notice anything good. Yeah, we also value the good things. So the next section is a check all that apply. You can check as many boxes that you need to in this section. And they're listed as concerns, but if there's something good going on with the resident, please click other and type that in. Or if there's a concern on here and you want to make sure that we know about it, click other and type that in this box. We have no concerns, click no concerns, but and then this box down here, you don't want to describe any concerns if you clicked no concerns. You can go ahead and talk about if they had academic performance, involvement, whatever. You can say that all in here. And if it's something good, you can say that as well. If it's no concerns and you have nothing to add, you can just put NA or just leave it blank. There's not a red asterisk beside it, so it's not required. But if you type in boxes and check these boxes, you're going to have to type something in for us. We really want to know what information you have to provide us, okay? I'm not going to go over what all of these mean. However, your supervisor is going to provide a list of things and expectations for you during a staff meeting or a one-on-one, whatever they deem to give this information to you, whatever method. I do want to highlight this. It says see the resource tab for concern definitions. We have a wonderful worksheet. If you go to bulletin and resources, I'm going to leave this page. And you're going to scroll down to, it's in alphabetical order, everyone. There's more information about intentional actions in this area here. So intentional action concerns definitions. You click this link here. It's going to pull up this document. It's going to talk about all of the wonderful definitions to help you have a good navigational roadmap to where you need to click and what information we're looking for. Okay? So that's where that is. Going back to the form of intentional action, we're going to look at the next few sections. Okay? We're going to go no concerns on this one, okay? And we type in information here, or we don't type in any information here because we don't have any concerns or we don't have anything good to report. The next new thing that we added, we noticed that your conversations with residents are very fruitful at times, and you're a resource person for us in the department, and you're a student as well, so you know where things are. If you refer any resource to a student for any situation, please let us know. You can click in academic advising if you recommended them, if you're a pathfinder or whatever, to academic advising if it's that season, or get in touch with their academic advisor. If you have a student that needs some counseling services or they want to go to the counseling center, click that one. Same thing for Career Center if they want to learn more about interviews and resume writing and opportunities they have to get a job on campus. Financial aid if they have any scholarship questions or payment plan questions, they can do that. Tutoring, the list goes on, and we know we didn't list all the resources that you can provide. We have a bunch on campus. Click other and type it there for us. Okay? Now, something new that's going to be helpful to you to keep up with these intentional actions, I'm going to repost Isaac in here. Okay, he's in. We've gotten everything listed that we wanted to on this interaction. Instead of hitting submit to your supervisor, if you have a RD, it's a graduate student, you click that one. If you have a professional staff member, community director, click that one. Instead of submitting one at a time, it can be very tedious, and when you go to your reports, you have to click on each individual one. Well, now, all you have to do is you go back in, you've got one student here. I would say after you submit one, enter in one, save it. You're going to go back up to this part. There's a green plus sign button here. Okay? Click it. It's going to pull a whole nother form right in here, blank for you. It's got Isaac up here, and down here it has anybody you want to put in here. I put this person. Well, it didn't actually. There we go. So you can just choose anyone that you need to. They're right there. They're good to go, and you just keep clicking whatever applies to this person. So you can just keep going, fill that out for that person, save it, and just as many as you do as you go, save it. So when you're going back, you go to reports. You all have access to your reports on every form that you can submit. Intentional actions. If you want to look at them and come back to them later, you definitely can. Quick search is going to go show the forms that you have submitted. That's intentional reactions. That is program forms, Nights Away. They're all going to be here, but you want to make sure you're looking at the right form. So here it says intentional reactions. Okay. All right. See how these are individual? You can only have to submit one going forward. Here, like the Kedra Young, for example, or Alex Crow, they have many. You should only have one here. You add the students as you go, and you click it, and it's going to pull that form up like I just showed you. Okay. For example, I'm going to click this, and it's going to pull it all up. Okay, I'm not going to go into details here, but it's going to have, instead of having one per person, it's going to have everybody in one form. All right. Well, that is pretty much it on the new intentional reaction form. You're going to get a list of expectations, like I said earlier, by your supervisor. We want this to be as easy as possible. We know a change can be very difficult sometimes to navigate and confusing to what you're used to. And if you're a new person, we know doing these things in an organized way can be very time consuming, but bear with us. We're always making corrections to this, and we want to make this as a streamlined and efficient way as possible. Okay, if you have any questions, you can contact me at my email address, jpurser@saffairs.mstate.edu, or you can contact Isaac Elias. His email address is on the webpage, or is il8 at saffairs, or Elias at saffairs.mstate.edu. Well, thank you very much, and we look forward to reading your intentional reactions throughout the semester, and wish you the best of luck. Thank you.